Hi again everyone. This is just going to be a short video showing you hamster treats and some things that I recommend. You'll notice that my hamster doesn't really get a lot of treats. She is currently on a diet because if you don't know about her, she was abandoned at my house and we've kept her, but she was very overweight. So basically she's on, pretty much like just the food. Giving her treats would kind of be counterproductive in trying to help her lose weight. But anyway, she does get the odd treat because, it's not fair not to give her anything. I like treats and I'm sure you guys like getting treats as well. So I do like to give her some treats every now and again. So you'll notice there aren't masses and masses and masses of treats here because, as I said, she doesn't get loads, and it's not really all that necessary. If you're giving your hamster a varied and balanced diet, then they're not going to be looking for anything else. They're getting everything they need, to fill their stomachs up, and hamsters are really happy just hoarding their food and taking things as and when they like, so that's kind of like a treat for them anyway. When it comes to taming, it's a lot easier to tame your hamster if you've got a food reward to give to them. But again, this is quite easy to do with their food. Their food, if you buy a nice healthy food, then there's really no need to add or remove anything unless you particularly want to. This is the food that I've got. This is actually a mix of a hairy hamster and some dwarf food that I had left, as all my other hamsters were dwarfs. This is perfectly safe for her. There's nothing in dwarf food that isn't safe for a Syrian hamster. It's just that the pieces are smaller, and there's probably more sunflower seeds because these are obviously high in good fats. People, I think, are really scared when they read fats and sugars. But if your diet is nutritional and balanced, then these aren't harmful. Sugar is good for you, fat's good for you. There are different kinds of fats which you can research yourself. So this is her food, which I also, when I'm taming her, I'll take out. These are the Science Selective hamster pellets. She really, really enjoys these. So when I'm taming her, I'll give her one of these as a treat if she's behaving, or I'll just pick out anything generally from their food because she likes everything. There's nothing in here that she doesn't eat, which I'm very lucky. A lot of hamsters will start selective feeding or they won't eat these pellets, which are generally an alfalfa based pellet, but she will actually eat these. So yeah, you don't have to buy any treats at all. I don't pick out things like corn because they're not high in sugar. Again, they are sweet and sugary, but they are not high in sugars. You're not going to harm your Syrian hamster giving them these. Obviously, if you buy a hamster mix that's, you open the packet and it's like 50% sweet corn, okay, take them out. Or the sunflower seeds. Hamsters, especially dwarf hamsters, need foods that are high in fats and proteins. It helps them to keep warm and have the energy to run round and round and round on their wheel all night. That's my little rant about hamster food. So if you don't want to buy your hamster treats, it's perfectly fine to just go past their cage when you're giving them some extra in here and give them a piece of like one of these biscuits. Who knows what it's made from? Carrot, I would imagine. I don't know why my camera wants to focus on the things behind it rather than things in front of it, but anyway, yeah, you can use their food as a treat. So here are some of, kind of like an overview of some of the other things that I have for her. If I start at this end, these are some willow sticks, and I consider these a treat because if I'm to put it in her cage every day, then it's not very exciting. She checks it, it's my willow stick. But if you just put it in now and again, then she's going to be like, yay, willow stick time. So that's an incredibly healthy treat, and that whiles away some time and also will help to grind down their teeth so they're not so sharp. I've also got these beefar munching rings. These will be shared with the guinea pigs. I just bought them recently, but they're basically made from oats and things. There's nothing added, well, I guess the food coloring's added. I'm not sure if it says anything about the colouring. No, it's cereals and that are derivative from vegetable products. So it's just basically made from cereals. And I guess they've added colours because there's no way the green and orange and yellow are natural colours, but who knows. Then I also have these fruit and nuts, and the reason that I like this particular brand is because if you look on the packaging, it's not actually pieces of fruit, it's the fruity biscuit shapes. I've got another packet that I'll just show you, and then obviously there's some nuts in there, and hamsters, as you all know, really enjoy nuts. And these are what I was meaning. This is the kind of fruity shapes that's in the packet. It's not actually pieces of fruit, so it's slightly I mean, there's no nutritional value of these biscuits, but it's better than dried fruit because, as I told you in one of my last videos, I really don't recommend giving dried fruit to hamsters or guinea pigs. If you want to give them fruit, give it to them fresh. When fruit's dried, the sort of carbohydrates, a lot of the carbohydrates in fruit convert into sugar. You'll learn this in science if you haven't already. So the carbohydrates convert into sugar, and then it becomes a more high sugar product. And that's not just for animals, that applies to humans as well. Dried fruit isn't half as healthy for you as fresh fruit is, so that's something to bear in mind. I just don't bother giving it to any of my animals. In this jar, I don't know if you can read the top there, but this used to be a Yankee Candle jar. When it was finished, I just cleaned it out and used it, because these are particularly good because they're airtight and they have a really good seal on them, to the extent that I can't open it. So yeah, as you can see, it's got a really good seal on it, so it's quite good. And what's in this jar is actually a product that I got in my Christmas haul. So if you want to have a look back at that, you can. And don't worry, it's only been open for a few weeks. You know, I probably won't keep it for much longer than a month, so I'll have to start using this, mixing it in with our food, because I don't like to open packets and leave them lying around for months and months and months. And this is basically, it's carrots and such. It's just dried vegetables, really. But the guinea pigs didn't like it, and I give the odd pinch to the hamster. She really enjoys it. And as you can see at the top there, that kind of piece there that looks a little bit like wood, that's a bit of herbs and seasonings. It smells kind of cinnamony because it was obviously a Christmas thing. I don't really think I can explain that anymore. I bought it on Zoo Plus anyway around about Christmas time, so I'm sure they will sell those things again. And this is just the packaging for a budgie and parakeet bar that I gave her the other day. Now, I thought this would last for a little while. That was obviously very stupid of me, and as you can see, it was only 82 pence. It's basically a millet bar, different kinds of millet on it, but she stripped the entire thing within minutes and she put it in her little food store. So she won't have that for much longer, because I do clean out her food store every few days because she does pee on it, which is kind of gross. So that's another thing that she's got. And I've got one of these Harvest Nibble bars, but I think it'll probably end up going to the guinea pigs because she has far too many treats. She's never going to be able to eat them all. This is just a seed-based treat, and you know, there's nothing exciting about it, and the sticker's still on, so that was 99 pence. This is by the Make Johnsons. I have these Rotostack milk drops. Now, these are the treat that I use when I'm taming, because they're a nice small treat, and the guinea pigs can't have it because it's got lactose in it and they're lactose intolerant. I got these Yahoos. They're made by Supreme Science because I really like the Supreme make. I actually bought these for the guinea pigs, but they won't eat them. They just don't like them at all. You know, 7 guinea pigs and not one will touch them, but the hamster will eat them, so she has got those. And she has a few dog treats as well, because they're basically quite good for her. They've got quite, I get the low sugar ones, low fat, and then they've got the animal protein. So these are the Pedigree Multi-Bites. She really seems to enjoy them. And the only other dog treat that I have open are these. In this jar is a selection of dog treats from Pets at Home. And although it seems like, you know, there's heaps in there, I actually share them in between her and a friend's dog that often comes to visit. So the hamster doesn't get all the dog treats because that's far too many treats for one hamster. But anyway, these are all turkey flavoured. They're different shapes, but they're really just the same thing. As you can see, there we go. There's 3 different shapes, and these are in Pets at Home. They have dog treats in tiny little packets with probably about 10 treats in each packet, something like that, 10-20 treats. And I think they might be about 50p each per packet, but recently, I don't know if it's all the time because I'm not in Pets at Home a lot, but they were 3 packets for £1, so that's why I've got 3 different kinds, but they're all exactly the same flavour, so I do give her a different shape each time. She gets about 1 of these a week, and that gives her the extra protein in her diet that she needs, because I'm not convinced that there's that much in her hamster food. And then the last 2 things I got her this Big Bite dog biscuit, because she's not into chewing wooden things, but if you give her like dog biscuits and things, she does really like to chew on them. There isn't a great nutritional value in dog biscuits for hamsters. It basically just helps to wear down their teeth and gives them something to do, but I find if I get her the bigger one, and I think I kind of break it in 3s generally, it's something for her to do. She really enjoys chewing dog biscuits, and she doesn't always eat them. She does tend to store it or just chew it up and actually puts it in her nest, which is quite odd, but this is a really good boredom breaker for hamsters. I may have called her a guinea pig, I'm not sure. And then the last thing I've got is cheesy bites, and purely because she really likes cheese, but I saw a lot of people buying these, saying their hamsters really like them, so I thought I would try them out, but I haven't opened them yet because this jar of treats are open, but these are a really good size, nice and little, which is a good size treat for hamsters. So I think I've ranted on quite long enough about my opinion on hamster treats, and as you can guess, it's my opinion. These are not all facts, it's what I think, and I mean, it's not lies, it's I do try and research thoroughly everything to do with feeding hamsters, feeding guinea pigs. So you know, if this isn't how you feed your hamster, then, you know, I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, but I'm saying this is what I've researched, this is what I'm happy doing, and these are all 100% my opinion. So I hope you like that, and here's just a really quick overview of all my hamster treats. I think she's got more than enough. So I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!